Consistency is the key to success.
Changing the world through health and wellness, one life at a time.
You're fun to interview.
Oh, well, thank you. You're a great interviewer.
Well, thank you so much.
Small change is great change.
Never give up. Exercise is hard work.
Love what you do.
I also think that your show is very important.
Gotta stay fit.
3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name is Tony Hill, and welcome to Fit Over 50. Doug, how you doing, my brother?
Yo, Jeffrey, good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday.
Yes, truly is a happy Sunday.
Sunday is a very special day, right?
Yeah. It's a Sunday to me, like fun day.
Yeah, Sunday's fun day. It's the Sabbath, day of rest. But the beauty of it is when you do something you love to do, it doesn't matter what day it is. That's why you got to connect. And everything starts with you.
Exactly. You know what I mean? You, man, I tell you, it's like I've had so many beautiful things happen all week. You know, it's like, you know, when you get around to where we are, you know, how
we're old, right? We're
well, you know, I don't like to use that. I like to use the term seasoned. You know what I mean?
Seasoned, yes. It's like, you know, we've been we're ripe. The time is ripe, and it's so important to take care of that temple that was given to you.
Exactly.
Honor and privilege.
Exactly. So you know what I'm going to say, brother? Before we get started, we got to let these people know why we're here, because this is the pinnacle of why we're here. Let me tell you guys something real quick from my brother, because he's gonna come in and tell you his half. But Fit Over 50 is a show that's going to be designed specifically for people that's over 50. However, you got to understand, if you haven't made it to 50, this is the blueprint on helping you to get where we are already at. Yes. And you see how great we look. Look how handsome my partner over here looks. Doug looks like, I mean, chiseled jaw, you know, snow-capped hair, you know, always trimmed and see, you can't say that about me. But this program is for you, for helping you understand your body, understand the importance of life. We're going to be talking about supplementation, food. You're going to live your lives with us. We're going to have wonderful guests so that you can talk to, and we're going to have you come in and talk to us. And if you have any questions, we're going to be right there to answer them. So we're going to welcome you to this new thing. Go ahead, Doug. Get your morning, baby. Come on, let's give them the real deal.
Good morning. I thank you so much, Tony. That's very kind of you. You know, I got the snow cap going on.
Oh, I see. You didn't know.
It was so funny. I was driving when I was coming back, and the beauty of this lovely creation that we're gifted to be part of, to live on. Man, I never saw this view. Beautiful mountains up there. It was just gorgeous.
Did it remind you of your hair? Is that what you're trying to explain?
Yeah, kind of. You know,
it's okay. It's okay, man.
Remember that song, On Top of Old Spaghetti, All Covered with Cheese? Remember that song when we were growing up?
I'm sorry, man. I'm not from where you from, man. You know, it's like, you know, we didn't have that snow cap, stuff like that. You know, we just, you know, I just seen it on a roof or, you know, on the ground, or, you know, I'm from Indiana.
You're my brother from another mother.
So, yeah, we like ebony and ivory, man. You know, Oreo cookie magic. You know, it's like.
There we go. So, health is the most important thing. As I said, you got to respect that temple. Yes, and we're all different. We're all unique. Myself, handsome, beautiful man, Mr. Tony Hill, that, by the way, has dedicated his life to health and fitness. This man is purpose. He is my punctilious partner of salubrious activities, which I just love to say that.
We're gonna have to put that on a t-shirt.
I know.
You always say that.
I know. But the punctiliousness is the regiment.
Yeah.
Committed to a structure of a routine, a habit. And there are bad habits and good habits. So once you create those good habits, it is amazing. And as this platform's about fit over 50, and it's not where you start, it's where you finish. So if you're 50, if you're 60, or you're younger, what the vernaculars that we are going to spew, you're gonna that itch that you have, that I'm sure New Year's everybody wants to make that commitment. I'm gonna start working out. I'm gonna start doing all these things. The vernaculars, we're gonna scratch that itch. We're gonna show you how to do this. Right, Tom? It's all about making the commitment to yourself.
Exactly, because the biggest thing I notice about exercise is like, it's like for me, for example, I got up at 5 o'clock this morning, right? So
I was up at 3, by the way. I beat you.
That's because you can't sleep. Don't be trying to throw no screwball over here, brother. I know, you can't. When you sleeping, your brain is just working. Sometimes my brain's like that too. But the beautiful thing about, let me show you guys a little gadget, and I'm gonna show you something.
What do you got? I'm excited.
I'm gonna show it to you. And these are some of the things we're gonna do in the show too.
Perfect.
I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you into my life so that you can see exactly what I do. Okay, so I got this app, right? Let me see if you can see this. Let me get this focused in the screen. Wait a minute, I'm gonna focus.
There it is.
Okay, so what it is, it measures my sleep. It measures not only my sleep, but it measures literally my heart rate while I'm sleeping. Wow. It actually have my quality. It grades it. So 60 is poor sleep, 75% is borderline good, but 80 and above is excellent rest. Because here's the value. You need to know if you're going into REM. Deep sleep is much more important. Now, 1 to 2 hours of deep sleep is really good. For example, last night I actually went to bed at around 9 because I was really tired. But according to my app, I did not really go to sleep until 10 p.m. That's when my body stopped moving. Now around, if I look at my thing, around let me see what it's got. 40 minutes into my sleep, I went into deep sleep.
That's the REM sleep.
Correct. And you need to go there in order for your body to heal. Because if you don't go into there, your body cannot release the growth hormone that it requires for you to heal. So if the sleep is more important, is really important, your quality. But I had 6 hours and 36 minutes of light sleep, and I was only awake. I got up twice. So when I get up, it takes me a while to go back to sleep. It took me 1 hour and 24 minutes to go back to sleep, a total throughout that night. So the beautiful thing about this app, and these are some of the things we're going to bring to you on this show, Fit Over 50, so that you can understand there are things that help you understand your body, the internal effects of the body, not how you look, but how you feel. That's the most important thing. Yeah.
It's so true. And technology is so amazing. It moves so quickly.
Yeah.
We need to take advantage of it. We're blessed enough to live in an age that science is really going for it.
Oh,
so yeah. It really does make it easy for you.
Because back in the day, Doug, I was waiting on the rooster, man. Shoot. No, just kidding.
You're waiting on the rooster.
Okay, it's time to get up.
That brings up. Okay, so let's continue. And this platform, once again, is all about sharing. It's all about giving back. So, and we are all unique. So we want to hear your comments. We want to know what you do, because we learn from each other. That's really what this is about. So circadian rhythm. That's your body's natural clock, right?
Exactly. Yes, sir. Very, very important. Because in conclusion, even on my sleep last night, my sleep quality score, that's what they give you. My sleep quality score was 73, which is really good, because I'm used to.
Would that like in high school, if you were being graded, would that be like a C+?
That'd be like a B.
That would be a B.
Yeah, like a B minus.
A B minus.
Yeah.
So sleep, when you really think about it, we are the most perfect perfection of creation, the human body.
Yes.
And sleep, it's that rest period that you really need, that, when you sleep, it's fascinating what the mind actually does, and the chemicals that are secreted, all that stuff. So when you really think about it, it's common sense that the proper amount of sleep really will, sometimes we don't have good night's sleep. We wake up, we're tired and groggy. So the science that's available out there is so important. So that app is amazing. I have to really try that.
Oh yeah, man. I'm telling you, it's the best thing going, brother. It's the best thing going because I love it. I love it. And you wear a watch. You see the watch? The watch actually, it has that light on the end. It's kind of like your Apple Watch, but but it does everything that an Apple Watch does. But see, what people don't understand is the science that they use is called electrobioimpedance. It's not really as accurate, but that light actually is a sensor that sends a signal through water, fat, and muscle. And keep in mind, your heart is a muscle. Your heart is a muscle, and that's what we forget. So it sends that signal, and it bounces back to the watch and registers the reading on the watch. All things like your body composition, when you set on a scale or you hold this thing, the science is called electrobioimpedance. That's what it's called. So they have a 2 to 4% margin of error. They're not actually accurate, but they give you a point of reference.
Wow, that is amazing. And once again, the body is so amazing. So I did just get a question out there. Somebody's asking, so good morning, happy Sunday. You are live with Fit Over 50. I am Doug Jeffery, and this is Mr. Tony Hill, my punctilious partner of salubrious activities. And for out there, I'm a word lover, so salubrious is a healthy activity. That's the way you need to start your day every single day. So, question: what do you eat every day? And there's a lot of back and forth. Is it diet? Is it exercise? So what is it, Tone? Is it what if you had to grab a percentage out there? Would it be 85? I feel it's 85% diet, and then the rest is there's a percentage of your physical activity, and then there's we can't forget that genetic component.
Well, it is 85. It's about 85%, if not that. But
we agree.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I agree. But you know what the most important? See, people don't really get this, but I tell you, exercise rates only about 5 to 8%, and the reason it's so low. That's why it's important to understand it. But to understand that means you got to know your body type. In other words, what to apply to your body. Otherwise, you're missing the mark,
Exactly. And once again, this platform is all about sharing and giving back. And we're going to jump. I don't think we need whatever. We free associate when what pops in our mind, and we want to share and we want to give back. So you got to bear with us, man. You got to tune in. You got to watch this. You're going to take a tidbit out of this that you're going to embed into your daily activity. And that's what it's important. It's creating those healthy habits. Because before you had talked culturally, we had this lovely conversation before. Culturally, when people talk health and fitness, you never hear the cultural element, do you? Right?
No, you don't because nobody pays attention to it. But the thing that's interesting is that the medical field they practice medicine for real. They really do. Most of what they do, their diagnosis is theory, simply because they understand the body's functionality. But what they're asking you when they say, is there anyone in your family that has this? They really understand that disease comes from culture. It's not something that's grabbed out of the air. Now, some people are born with certain diseases that, hey, that's a whole different concept. But if you're born healthy, your culture shapes the disease, and doctors know that. See, so that's why they ask you the question: do you have anyone in your anyone in your family with cancer? Do you have anyone with thyroid? See, and they know that if you didn't change your life, it's coming.
Yeah, and we were talking about food, what you eat. So when you really think about it on a cultural level, it's whether you're Latino, Candace is Japanese, so that culture really does influence you when you start out. So the big the Latino the corn tortillas, all of the the carbohydrates and all those foods. And
Right.
once again, I'm constantly going to
excuse me,
reiterating that we are unique to
Yes.
our DNA.
Yes,
And
yes,
there's a group with with culturally based on our parents and everything. There's similarities, but there's a uniqueness, and that's why it's so important to really go after this on your own.
Exactly.
You have to you most important thing in the world, your health. You're happy, you love yourself, you have so much more to offer to other people. So really taking the time to dig, read, do that research, and it's you seek and you will find.
Exactly. Knock and it shall be open. Okay. He said, seek and you shall find. I said, knock
and you shall find.
Okay, you know what I was going to bring out? We talked about DNA, and I'm looking at my work, and also there's questions on there that we're getting. So if you have any questions, you can ask. Again, I'm just repeating what Doug said. This is the first of many shows.
Yes,
we're going to have a regular scheduled show that you can.
We are going to be in your ear,
right? And we're going, and it goes out. Oh, and I want to remind you too, if you're in Vegas or in anywhere, we have an exercise thing called Fit Over 50, Touche Fit Over 50, which is now in progress in Vegas. So if you're ever in Las Vegas, come and check out the class.
Love Vegas.
It's at EOS Gym. EOS Fitness is actually supporting the training system, which is great. Special shout out to EOS. But when you talk, I'm just reading from my notes. In short, DNA is a natural. It's a natural human. I can't even pronounce the word. It's so big. But nevertheless, it's really, you probably can figure out what DNA means. Right? Take a stab at it, Doug. Come on.
Multisyllabic sesquipedalians. And
oh wow, hold up, man. Did you just where you at, man? You just speak Spanish?
No.
What was that? Say that. Can you say that again? Can you say that again for the audience, man?
Multisyllabic, words with a lot of syllables and hard to pronounce. It's sesquipedalians. So it's the same thing. It's and DNA. There's the difference between initialism and what's the other one?
But real quickly, let me actually break it down in layman's terms.
There you go. That's what this platform is about. We are not scientists. Okay. We are normal people.
Now, DNA, check this out. This is so powerful. Check this out.
Go for it, babe.
The molecules inside cells that carry genetic information and pass it from one generation to the next. Isn't that incredible? So think about that. So that DNA, you pass that down. That's why if your father and mother's an athlete, guess what? If your parent is in the theater, guess what? Somehow you're going to find your natural path.
And that's what it's about. We all want to, our destiny. Why are we here?
Correct, but look at it the other way too. If you like pork chops,
exactly.
If you like donuts, yeah.
But with that said, you can break that cultural.
Okay.
What's it? Cultural shell, so to speak. You can break that and change. Yes. Just because it says that it does not mean you cannot write your own story. And knowledge is power. Right. Knowledge is power. Once you understand it, you create that in your brain of, okay, I see it, I understand it, really, and then I'm going to implement every single day. I am going to break that
cycle, baby.
Break that cycle. And then by doing that, That's
Yeah, because you can break the cycle, but here's the catch. You probably heard two are better than one, and that is a very powerful statement. Okay, two are better than one. The reason that is, and everybody talks about, I'm retired. I'm former military, retired law enforcement. Having your partner or having a team actually fills in the gaps of discouragement, because we all have inconsistencies, we all have issues. So when you have a partner, what happens is one or the other holds each other accountable, which means that we're never weak. It's just like if you look at your hand and then you take your other hand and you do it like this, they don't overlap, but that other hand fills in the empty spaces. And that's why it's important to be accountable. And Fit Over 50 is going to hold you accountable. So when you tune in, you're going to hold you accountable.
I love that visual.
Yeah.
It interlocks and
exactly. That's why people
together.
Exactly. That's why people, when they're alone, they can't do it alone. Yep. They just can't. If you feel like you alone, that's simply because you were alone. But there's someone out there who you actually mesh with, and they may not be the same color. They may not come from the same background, but they are who you are. You fit jointly together for a specific purpose. Yeah.
We are all the same. Race, color, creed, religion, sexual preference. We were all created by this God, the creator of the universe. Yeah, I mean, we are the same. Yes, and once we can figure out our little whatevers and put them inside and come together, that lovely visual of those hands coming together, that will change the world. But everything starts with you.
Yes.
If you are not healthy and whole, that'll never happen. And we all tend to look for answers outside, like somebody's going to make us complete, somebody's going to tell us what to do. But no, you have to go inside and inside and take that time for yourself and figure out who you are. And once you make that connection, because I was listening to something earlier today, when we're born, right, we are in perfect tune with our soul, right? Mm-hmm. Perfect harmony with our soul. And as life happens, mm-hmm. all that outside influence starts to separate us from our soul.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the secret is, how do we get back? Because we're in the infantile stages, the incipient stages of our life, we're pure, we're whole. Yes. And life itself works on us.
Definitely.
So we lose that.
Definitely.
And it's so important, and especially, I'm 60 years old. I'm finding that self-love,
correct, yes,
is so important to find yourself.
Yes.
And we're all different. What's going to work for me is not going to work for my brother from another mother, Tony. But you seek and you will find.
Yes. Yeah. And that's so true. Well, Doug, man, I guess we're going to leave our audience briefly until next week, right?
Man, dude, we've talked about this for so long. I am so excited to continue this journey with you, man.
So it's working, huh?
Pleasure and an honor.
Oh, and now let's give a shout out to Ariel Shaw, to this beautiful Candace, who actually works so hard.
Love her to death.
Putting this together. And I tell you what, I'll tell anybody, man, women are very wise and they're very strong. Maybe they're not all the guys who would admit that, but I tell you, if you go to Instagram @_fit.over50, you'll be able to see our Instagram. Stay in touch with us. Please tune in with us, and we'll see you next week at Fit Over 50. Right?
Fit Over 50. And once again, good habits. Create those good habits, like brushing your teeth. Every single day you do something good for yourself.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you will get back in return. So once again, I am Doug Jeffery.
And I'm Tony Hill.
Happy Sunday. You guys have a blessed day. Love you all.
Stay fit.
Stay fit. Fit over fit it.